My name is Omri Lendler. I'm 27 years old. My birthday was yesterday, actually.
Oh,
Yeah. Uh,
Mazal Tov.
thank you. I live in Tel Aviv, and I work at the venture capital firm. We invest in technology companies.
Okay. And you were at the festival on Saturday morning.
Yes, I was.
And what were you actually doing when the attack started?
I came with a friend. We knew a lot of people there, but I came with one friend. His name is Ron, and we were looking forward to it for a couple of months. We'll have events like this. There's a sense of love, of freedom, of acceptance, and we arrived at about 2:30 a.m. and at about 6 we heard the missiles over our head. We were pretty scared. We didn't know what was happening. We heard the Iron Dome intercepting the missiles, and they shut the music down and they told everybody to leave. It took us about an hour to get all our stuff and get in the car and leave. And we were in my car on the pretty close to the road that is leading off the festival. And I saw a large group of people running towards me. I saw a police officer with his gun pulled out and he was taking cover under a truck. Uh, and then I knew something was going on. We heard shots and we started running.
Um, and what made you realize it was actually a real attack, that something big is going on?
Well, I heard the missiles, and when I saw the cop with his gun pulled out, I had no doubt that we're talking about a terror attack.
So, and how did you manage to leave the festival alive? Because a lot of people died.
Um, we ran to the center of the festival. We ran about a mile and a half. People were screaming. There was a sound of gunshots, bullets whistling over your head, complete chaos. We didn't know what to do. We hopped on the back of a pickup truck. The pickup truck headed north. We saw a truck full of terrorists. They had AK-47s. They were about 200 meters from us. They shot at us. We managed to escape. And I kept thinking, praying that no bullet will hit me or my friends or the driver or the wheel of the truck. And luckily it didn't. And we drove south. We saw a truck of Israelis, and they told us that there are terrorists there kidnapping people back to the Gaza Strip, that it's not safe. We were surrounded from all areas. Wherever you went, you either got shot at, you either have had people coming back telling you not to go there. It was a very planned, very well planned, orchestrated attack. And we went on a hill. We drove over a hill. We saw five ATVs with terrorists on them. They shot at us as well. Somehow we managed to escape. I think I owed my life to the truck driver. He knew how to drive very well. And we stopped in front of a tank. They shot at the tank and they shot at the truck as well. They hit the engine. Everyone in the truck ran off. I came to the tank. There were only one civilian there with a gun, a hero, and one soldier, and they were fighting 10 terrorists. And there were about 30, 25 people taking cover behind the tank. And I understood that the tank is a target, and maybe it's not the best place to be at. I crawled back about 200 meters to a tree line. On the way, I saw bodies shot, burned bodies with kitchen knives inside of them, burned vehicles. In my wildest dreams, I could have never imagined that I'm going to see sights like this with my own eyes. And then I went to a different part, a part that had orange trees. I found a big tree and a large bush attached to it. And I went inside, I hid, and then I figured out that my shirt is conspicuous and maybe I'm not concealed as best as I could be. I took my shirt off and I started to dig myself a small foxhole. I tried to throw leaves and branches and twigs to kind of break the line of my legs, my shoes. My pants were black and gray, and I dug myself the foxhole, and I kept thinking that I wish I didn't know if I was going to live or die, and I kept thinking that I wish that my mom will be okay, my friends will be okay, that everybody will be able to live a long and fulfilling life and get over this event as swiftly as possible. And after about 2 hours in the hall, I heard the sound of branches and leaves break under someone's boot. And 10 minutes prior to that, I heard shooting and screaming in Arabic. And then I heard the sound. The first instinct is to pick your head up and look, see who it is. I told myself, for me, don't move, breathe as little as you can, and just hope that he doesn't see you. And after a very long 60 seconds, I heard a step approaching me and the sound of branches moving closer to me. I was sure I was about to be shot. I closed my eyes. I thanked my family and my friends for the amazing life that I had so far. But luckily for me, after about 20 seconds, he left. I stayed there for an additional 5 hours. I kept hearing helicopters over my head, Allahu Akbar, screams, bullets. And after a while, I heard less shots and less shots. And once I didn't hear shots anymore, I went back to the area of the festival. And luckily for me, I saw police officers. I saw 4 terrorists on the ground, chained, and they asked and they drove me off the scene. The police officers.
Wow, what a story. How did you manage to like be there so quiet for 5 hours and even before like this time?
Well,
How did you do
I
this?
was thinking about my family. I wanted to do everything that I can to see them again. I was afraid, but yet I tried to do everything I can to make out of the situation alive. I thought the best. We didn't have weapons. We were all civilians at a most vulnerable state at a party. No one even imagined that something like this could happen. We came to celebrate life, and we were attacked by people who came to celebrate death. And I was just, I don't, kind of following instinct. I don't know, did whatever seemed most logical to do at the moment.
And how are you now keeping up? Because like this is a very traumatic event, was a very traumatic event, and still the war is like ongoing. Do you get counsel, or what are you doing to
Well,
overcome this trauma?
I just came back from a friend's funeral earlier today. I think this was the hardest part yet, because everything became tangible, and I didn't believe that I'm actually looking at his grave. But I think I am as fine. I'm as fine as anyone in my condition can be. I'm eating fairly okay. I'm sleeping fairly okay. I'm not overly anxious. We're still in the war, so of course there is some anxiety, but overall, I think I'm as okay as anyone in my position can be. And I keep thinking about the people, the innocent people like me who came to dance and were killed, or came to dance and are now being kidnapped to the Gaza Strip. The girls, I don't even want to think what is being done to them. And our duty as a nation is to be strong, and I'm positive that we will emerge victorious from this horrific event.
Like a lot of people, like in the places where the terrorists walked around, they were like asking, where is the military, where is the government? Did you feel like this too? Like, where are the people to help us from our own state?
So there are kind of two answers to this. I think, first of all, the people who came to, I'm not a hero, I'm a survivor. The heroes are the people who knowingly came into this war zone to rescue me and others like me. People my age, people like me who knowingly risk their life to clear the area of the terrorists. They're heroes. I owe my life to them. I'm alive speaking to you today because someone made sure that this area will be safe again. The people are amazing. The government and the high ranking of the high ranks of the army made huge mistake. This is an uncomprehendable and humongous mistake. They didn't question it yet, and we don't have all the information. But huge mistakes were made, no doubt about it. And once we will finish this war and we will be victorious, a lot of people will have to be held accountable for that.
Yes, because it's not like you were at peace all the time and then suddenly they started to attack, because they were always like rockets. Because here, like, let's say not many people know that there were like every now and then some rockets sent to Israel from the Gaza Strip. So yeah, it wasn't that surprising that there was an attack. So how do you not stand at the border to keep
You're completely right.
security? Yeah.
They're constantly shooting rockets in Israel, and I had to run to a protected space at the middle of the night numerous times. And it's incomprehensible that they decided to invade a sovereign nation, and we did not yet responded with the appropriate force. I don't know any other country in the world that the enemy would have entered and slaughtered innocent men, women, children, and babies, and they did not yet respond with the appropriate measures and force.
And maybe now, I mean, you did the military serve. Do you have at some point maybe to start to fight for again?
So, yeah. I was injured in the army. I was honorably discharged, but I'm trying to dismiss it, and I haven't fought in 7 years, so I don't know. I don't know how useful I will be at this moment, but I want to cancel my honorable discharge and go back into training.
Okay, so very like now I'm lacking for words because this story is so moving, and I mean, I'm half Israeli, so it's just unimaginable what you are going through all the time now since the war started. But although this has happened to you, you still want to go back and fight them.
So I don't think I have a choice. I mean, I think about what was done to me and what could have been done to my family or to my friends, and it's my duty, it's my country, and I don't think I have a choice. I don't think I have a choice.
Okay. And now, you know, I think yesterday started the rumors that like this 250 people at the festival weren't killed. So if you were there and saw the dead bodies, what does this do to you?
Well, the numbers are so big I can barely grasp them. I saw the bodies. I saw cars who took the wrong turn and saw terrorists and were sprayed. I saw bodies almost dismembered with kitchen knives. I saw burned bodies. I saw dead people hugging each other. The surreal sights are unimaginable. I never thought such brutality existed. The sheer brutality and the joy that they derived from killing innocent people was the smiles I saw on their faces is completely unimaginable.
And what do you say to these people who like actually now deny that this has happened? Because this is what is now going on social media and so I mean it's unbearable, but what do you say to those people?
Well, there is a truck with 40 decapitated babies. I am completely bruised up. There's numerous videos, evidence from the scene. I've been there. I've seen it. It's too tangible to deny it. There is nothing to deny. The evidence is so horrific and so large and so tangible that I don't see how anyone with two eyes and common sense can deny it.
And how do you think now this whole situation will go on? Because like now you are at war. How do you think it will end? Will there ever be like some peaceful agreement after the war is ended?
Well, that's a huge question. In my opinion, the leadership in Gaza is the government. They're controlling the strip. They have decided to go on an attack. It's not a rogue organization. It's not some individuals. This is a very well orchestrated attack that was planned for maybe a year. We found maps of the terrain at the terror scene. I think that Israel doesn't have a choice. It has to eliminate the threat. I don't think Hamas can continue to exist as the government in Gaza. I think we need to, and I don't think people in Gaza they're suffering like we're suffering. The average person, they want peace. I want to live my life. They want to live their life, and I assume that they want the option to build a healthy and thriving community as well. Hamas is standing in the way of that and doesn't let Israelis live peaceful lives, and it doesn't let people in Gaza live peaceful lives. Hamas has to go. They cannot remain the controlling body and entity and authority in Gaza.
Yeah, absolutely true. What do you want people like from abroad what support you, or what do you wish from these people?
Well, I want them to understand that how horrific what happened was. We were just a bunch of innocent people. We wanted to forget our problems for a little bit and go dance and be happy and enjoy ourselves with our friends. And I think the world needs to comprehend the severity of the situation and understand that we will not tolerate terrorism, and we will never, never, never be afraid to live in our own country.
Do you have something to add?
I hope that all my friends will get home safe. I hope that all the people that were kidnapped to the Gaza Strip will be home safe and will be able to recover both physically and mentally. And I love all my people, and I'm sure that we were strong enough, and we will come out with our hands on top of this.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Daphne.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.